All eyes on Pittsburgh as President Trump attends an energy and AI summit at Carnegie Mellon University. And it's on this campus,
use of a robot with an electromagnetic gripper,
where the cross-section of tech and manufacturing is being studied.
It's creating new jobs, but also enabling the existing jobs to be able to be more productive.
Robots playing with Legos, just like children, the building blocks of the industry of tomorrow. Not exactly what America's Steel City is known for. Gritty, tough, heavy-duty production, not to mention the Steelers.
And as long as we got them, we're still Steeltown.
AI and robotics, a very different focus, even from Trump's last visit just in May, when he announced a Japanese company takeover of U.S. Steel.
For generations, the name United States Steel was synonymous with greatness, and now it will again be synonymous with greatness.
Both former President Biden and Trump initially against the deal, but now it's getting pushed through under Trump, who got unprecedented veto powers over the business. The Steelworkers Union remaining hesitant, highlighting in a recent statement that their contract is up in a year and warning that if their job security and other hard-earned benefits are threatened, they're ready to respond. The Japanese company Nippon Steel vowing to invest billions, something local leaders hope will trickle through the economy. But the reality is metal production just isn't as important as it used to be.
Steel is kind of in the lifeblood of Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh now has a highly diversified economy.
$5 billion steel industry boom.
Remember, Pittsburgh earned its nickname the Steel City as a boom in mills here helped define U.S. industrialization, producing nearly half of the country's steel by the early 1900s, used to build iconic American infrastructure. But then economic devastation. More than 140,000 manufacturing jobs lost over 2 decades, starting in the 70s, mainly in the steel mills.
The international competition was from steel coming from abroad, played some role. And then perhaps the industry here not quite keeping up with technological advances.
People started to flee, with the city losing 1/3 of its population by 1990.
The decline in the employment was really a very painful thing.
Pittsburgh forced to transform. U.S. Steel, only the 18th largest employer in Allegheny County at the end of last year. Instead, other sectors now driving the economy with healthcare, finance, and education as the county's top employers.
There's been so much development and change that I've noticed even in the past 2 years as a business owner in Lawrenceville.
This neighborhood, once a manufacturing hub, now a trendy hotspot.
It's exciting to see the growth here.
In many ways, the shift mirroring the nation's economy, with even restaurants being a top industry here.
Pittsburgh has created this rebirth, a lot of it through the universities.
One manufacturing worker who helps build railroad car parts is optimistic.
Bringing technology in here is definitely a positive because you're creating jobs, you're giving kids a future.
Even as the president tries to lure manufacturing back to the U.S. with tariffs, the AI summit a signal of the changing tides in Pittsburgh.
I want to bring in Yasmin Vossoughian, who's joining us now. And Yas, you know, on campus, there were some protests leading up to today's visit by the president, right?
There were, and there was actually this letter that was sent around, signed by students, by faculty, by alumni as well, essentially protesting this AI summit that was happening, but not because they were against advancements in AI, more because they were against the president's and the administration's policy when it comes to universities across this country. Of course, we remember what has happened at Harvard University, Columbia as well. And they said in part in this letter that CMU cannot claim to defend sustainability, freedom of speech, or democracy in good faith. And then they go on to say, and I'm paraphrasing here, Hal, by inviting the president of the United States to their campus to talk about AI when, in fact, he is revoking, for instance, the international visas of students along with the grants, especially when it comes to these big universities. Hence why there has been some of this backlash for what is happening now at the university.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.